Okay, good morning. Today we begin a new lesson, and that lesson is on stoichiometry. So, stoichiometry is the very heart of chemistry, and you'll appreciate and learn it as we go through our lecture. Now, since we're talking about stoichiometry, it involves a lot of calculation. So, you'll need your calculators with you. And of course, kailangan nyo na rin ng periodic table. Though hindi naman talaga kasi nawawala ang numbers sa chemistry. Numbers are really part of chemistry, but I'll try my best to make the computations easier for you. I'll try to impart the techniques I have learned when I was still a BS Chem student, no? The techniques I've learned from my professors and my self-learned techniques, no? Okay? So this will be the outline of our lecture. We'll start from the very basics, from the mole hanggang sa pumunta tayo dun sa mga complicated na parts. Yan. I would like to emphasize the importance of practicing on your own. Try to solve things on your own kasi hindi talaga kayo magiging magaling sa pagko-compute unless mag-practice kayo. Yun lang talaga yung secret. Try to solve one problem every night, every day. Isang problem every night before you sleep, malaking tulong iyon. Okay? So for today, we'll discuss the basics muna, the mole. So the mole, I know you've already heard about this. It's the SI unit for the amount of substance. So a mole is the amount of substance that contains as many elementary entities, atoms, molecules, or other particles. Basically, it's the unit for the amount of substance. Very self-explanatory yan, no? And the mole is convenient way for chemists to express the quantity of substances containing very large number of atoms. The unit mole is always used in every calculation, no? Most of the time, it's always used for the calculation in chemistry problems, no? Ganun siya kagamit na gamit, no? Pag nagko-compute. Now, let's talk about Avogadro's number. How were they able to identify the Avogadro's number? The actual number of atoms in exactly 12 grams of the carbon-12 isotope was determined experimentally. This number is known as the Avogadro's number, named after the scientist Amadeo Avogadro. The Avogadro's number is approximately equal to 6.022 times 10 raised to 23. Itong value na ito ay minimemorize, ha? Pag sinabing Avogadro's number, automatic, ito yung value nun. 6.022 times 10 raised to 23. Now, what is the relationship of your mole and your Avogadro's number? 1 mole of any substance, kung atom man yan, element man yan, or molecule man yan, it's always equal to the Avogadro's number. Again, 1 mole of any substance is equal to the Avogadro's number. For example, 1 mole of copper equal siya sa Avogadro's number, copper atoms. 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 copper atoms. Okay, 1 mole of water is a molecule, it's equal to the Avogadro's number, 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 water molecules. 1 mole of sodium chloride, it's equal to 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 sodium chloride formula units. Bakit formula units yan? Kasi ionic compound si sodium chloride. Usually pag ionic compound, formula units yung ginagamit. Now, again, 1 mole of any substance, it's equal to the Avogadro's number. Madali po? Madali lang. 1 mole of hydrogen atom, equal lang yan sa 6.022 times 10 raised to 23. What's the unit? Atom. Ayan. Kasi nag-iisa siya, no? Next, 1 mole of methanol is equal to 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 ethanol molecules. Diba? So, very easy. It's very easy. No? Basta equal siya lagi sa Avogadro's number. Now, let's talk about moles and mass. Your molar mass is the mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang molar mass mo daw is equal daw sa grams per 1 mole of a substance. So, that is the unit of your molar mass. Gram per mole. Very easy. Yung molar mass, maraming tawag dyan. Yung iba ang tawag nila, molecular weight. Parehas lang din yun, no? Molar mass, molecular weight, it's the same. Ayan. So, gram per mole. That's the unit of your molar mass. Sometimes, as we progress through the lesson, mapapansin ninyo, shortcut ko yan. Minsan yung molecular mass, sinusulat ko as mm. Yung molecular weight as mw. Okay? So, 1 mole of a carbon-12 has a mass of 12 grams and contains 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 carbon-12 atoms. The molar mass of carbon-12, therefore, is 12 grams. Okay? So, saan galing yung 12 grams? Yun muna. Saan galing yung 12 grams? If you're going to look at here, this is your carbon atom. Ayan. Sulatan natin para makita ninyo. This is our carbon atom. And the atomic weight of your carbon atom is 12.01. So, 1 mole of carbon is equal to 12.01 grams. Pag mole to gram ang usapan natin, pag mole, equivalent niya sa gram, nanggagaling po yun sa periodic table. Specifically, kinukuha natin yung atomic weight ng element. Okay? Malinaw po ba yun? Ayan. So, basta mole, equivalent in grams, atomic weight po. Iyon ha? Again, ulitin ko, mole equivalent in grams, atomic weight yon. Saan galing yung atomic weight? Sa periodic table. Okay, burahin ko ito kasi mamaya gagamitin natin ulit yung periodic table. Let's go back to the slides. Kaya sabi niya dito, 1 mole of carbon in grams, it's equal to 12 grams. Saan galing yung 12 grams? Galing yung 12 grams sa ating periodic table. No? Yung atomic weight ng carbon. Pero, if you are asked, how many atoms does 1 mole of carbon have? Any 1 mole of any substance is equal to Avogadro's number. Ang tanong sa'yo ay atoms. Basta ang tanong sa'yo ay atoms, molecules, or any particle, at 1 mole lang iyon, automatic, 6.022 times 10 raised to 23 lang yon. Avogadro's number yon. Ulitin ko, no? Basta atoms, molecules, and particles ang hinahanap, automatic, 1 mole of that substance is equal to the Avogadro's number. E paano po, miss, kapag 2 moles na yon? E di times 2 mo yung Avogadro's number. So, kung 1 mole ng carbon ay 6.022 times 23, ilan kapag 2 moles na ng carbon? Pag 2 moles na ng carbon, tapos ang hinahanap sa'yo is number of atoms, edi 6.022 times 10, multiply mo sa 2. Bakit? Kasi 2 moles na. Yung 1 mole, 6.022 times 10 raised to 23. Malinaw po iyon. Pag grams, atomic weight. Saan galing yung atomic weight? Sa periodic table. Kapag ang tanong is atoms, particles, molecules, automatic Avogadro's number po iyon. Malinaw po ba? Okay. So, the molar mass of an element is equal to the AMU. Atomic mass unit, no? Look at here. These numbers, and let me write, these numbers that you see, this is the atomic weight, and the unit of that is AMU. Atomic mass unit. Kung anong AMU, equal lang din yun sa grams. So, if you have boron, and your boron is 10.81 atomic mass units, ilan yun sa grams? 10.81 lang din. If you have nitrogen, and it is 14.00 AMU, ilan yun sa grams? 14.00 grams lang din. Malinaw po ba ito? I hope that is clear. If you have any questions or clarifications, please do not hesitate to approach any of us, your teachers, and we'll be more than happy to answer your queries. Okay? Now, let's go to the next slide. Let's talk about molecular and formula mass. The molecular mass, also called molecular weight, is the sum of the atomic masses in the molecule. So, the molecular mass, also called your molecular weight, is the sum of the atomic masses in the molecule. That is self-explanatory, but I will elaborate that, no? So, say for example, you have here a compound, methanol, CH3OH. This is your methanol. And you were asked, what is the molecular mass? So, in this slide, meron kasing nakalagay how to calculate for your molecular mass. Pero, I'll try to simplify that for you, ha? I'll give the steps here para mas madalian. How to calculate the molar mass, molar mass. Ano pa yung isang tawag sa kanya? Molecular weight. Okay, so ang tanong sa atin, how do you calculate for the molar mass or the molecular weight of ethanol? Steps. Number 1, enumerate the elements. Enumerate the elements. Step 2, count the number of atoms. Count the number of atoms. Binibigay ko na yung steps ha, para mas madali. Number 3, multiply with the atomic weight. Number 4, get the total. So, these are the 4 easy steps to calculate for your molecular mass or your molecular weight. I-apply natin ngayon. Calculate for the molar mass of your methanol. Kunin natin yung molar mass ng ethanol. Step 1, enumerate the elements. Whenever you get the molecular mass and the molecular weight, you will need your periodic table of elements. Okay? Unless memorize ninyo yung mga atomic mass unit, yung mga atomic weights nila, hindi nyo kailangan ng periodic table. Pero hindi nyo memorize, syempre kailangan nyo ng periodic table. So, gawin natin yung steps. Before we do the steps, what is again the unit for molecular mass? The unit for molecular mass is what? Gram per mole. Ayan, yan po yung unit ng ating molecular mass, also known as your molecular weight. Okay, so kunin natin yung molecular weight or molecular mass ng ating methanol. So, step 1, enumerate the elements. Okay, step 1, enumerate the elements. Ano yung mga elements dito? Meron kang carbon, meron kang hydrogen, meron kang oxygen. Tama po ba? That is the elements. 1, 2, and 3, no? Sorry. 1, 2, and 3. You have 3 elements. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So, that is step 1. O, gawin natin yung step 2. Count the number of atoms. I-highlight ko, tapos yun din yung kulay na gagamitin ko para dun sa pagsulat, para hindi kayo malito. So, count the number of atoms. Ito ba, merong number of atoms ba itong carbon na ito? Ito? Ilan ang number of atoms niyan? Paano ko nga pala malalaman yung number of atoms? Malalaman mo doon sa subscript. Kung walang subscript, automatic, equal yun to 1. Katulad nito, si carbon, wala naman siyang wala naman siyang subscript. So, ilan yung atoms ni carbon? 1. Okay? Si hydrogen, ilan? May 3 dito, tapos may isa dito. Kapag 1 kasi yung subscript, hindi na natin sinusulat, no? So, 3 plus 1, ilan yung number of atoms ni hydrogen? 4. Si oxygen, ilan? 1. Madali si step 2? Madali lang. Now, step 3, ayan, multiply with the atomic weights. Ayan. Multiply with the atomic weight. Saan mo kukunin yung atomic weight? Saan mo kukunin yung atomic weight? Kukunin mo na to sa periodic table of elements. So, hanapin mo si carbon. Sabi, multiply. So, maglagay ka dyan ng multiply. So, multiplication sign. Next, carbon. Asan si carbon? Kunin mo yung atomic weight. Ayan. Kunin mo yung atomic weight. Si carbon ay 12.01. Pag kinukuha po natin yung atomic weight class, 2 decimal places po lagi. Si hydrogen, 1.008. So, 1.01. I-round off na, no? 2 decimal places lang. Oxygen is 15.99. So, kung gagamitin nyo ay 16.00 or 15.99, it doesn't matter. Maliit na lang yung discrepancy. Pero for uniformity purposes, we are giving you a copy of this periodic table para pare-parehas tayo ng values, no? So, oxygen here is 15.99. Ano yung last step? The last step is to get the total. Ayan, get the total. So, get the total of this. 1 times 12.01, 12.01. 1 times 1.01, 4.04, and 1 times 15.99, that is equal to 15.99. Now, get the sum of the total. Okay, so get your calculator and punch the numbers. So, this is equal to 32.04. What's the unit? Gram per mole. So, the molecular mass of methanol is 32.04 grams per mole. Madali? Madali lang po. Now, let's have another example. Get the molecular weight or the molecular mass for water. So, let's get the molecular weight or the molecular mass for water. What's the step 1? Enumerate the elements. So, what are the elements here? You have hydrogen and you have oxygen. Step 2, count the number of atoms. Saan ka titingin pag number of atoms? Sa subscript. Ano yung subscript ni H or ni hydrogen? 2. Si oxygen, ano ang subscript? Wala, di ba? Kapag wala, ibig sabihin nun 1. Step 3, multiply with the atomic weight. Saan galing yung atomic weight? Galing po sa periodic table. So, si oxygen, eto na siya, 15.99. Si hydrogen, nandito siya, 1.01. Get the total. 2 times 1.01, 2.02. 1 times 15.99, 15.99. So, add that numbers. No? Add them. 2.02 times 15.99. That is equal to 18.02. What's the unit? Gram per mole. Very easy. Very easy. Ayan. Try to practice on getting the molecular weights, no? Ayan. So, ayan. Hindi ko na i-discuss yung nandito sa ating periodic table. So, kung papansinin nyo dito, 16.00 yung value ni oxygen. Kasi, this is something to do with another concept in chemistry, no? But to make things easier for you, bibigyan na lang namin kayo ng copy ng periodic table. Kasi pag yung normal na periodic table na nabibili natin sa stores, yung ating ginagamit, may ibang values. For example, sa sulfur, dalawa yung molecular mass na nandun, 32.06 at saka 32.07. Though maliit lang naman yung discrepancies noon, wala naman masyadong problema. Katulad dito, 18.02, ito ay 18.01, sorry. 18.01 yung nakuha natin dito. Maliit lang yung diferensya. Okay? So, class, pinakita dito, no, yung atomic mass unit, equal lang naman yun sa grams, no? So, anyway, as I was saying, hindi ko na susundan itong PowerPoint kasi naituro ko na kung paano kumuha ng molecular mass. So, ngayon, class, actually, itong molecular mass, formula mass, parehas lang sila ng steps. Ang pinagkaiba lang is, pag formula mass kasi, specific siya for ionic compounds, no? Your salts such as sodium chloride, potassium chloride. Pero actually, parehas lang sila. Basically, parehas lang sila. Yung steps kung paano ka kukuha ng formula mass, parehas lang din sa pagkuha ng molecular mass. Again, parehas lang sila, no? Specific lang si formula mass for ionic compounds. Okay? So, let's try computing the formula mass for sodium chloride. Or, shall I say, let's try computing the molecular mass of sodium chloride. It's the same, no? The formula mass and the molecular mass, technicalities lang, no? Yung formula mass, ginagamit sa ionic compound. So, sabi niya, get the formula mass for sodium chloride. What is the first step? Number 1, enumerate the elements. So, you have sodium and you have chlorine. Step 2, count the number of atoms. May subscript ba sila? Wala. So, automatically, it's equal to 1. Next, multiply with the atomic weight. So, si sodium ay group 1. So, ang kanyang atomic weight is 22.99. Si chlorine ay 35.45 times 35.45. Step 4, get the total. So, 22.99. This is 35.45. So, punch those numbers in your in your calculator, sorry. Ayan, input natin sa calculator. The value is what? 58.44. What's the unit? Gram per mole. Gram per mole pa rin po ang unit, no? Formula mass, molecular mass, gram per mole pa din po ang unit. Ayan. I hope that is clear, no? If it's not clear, you can always ask questions. Okay? Okay. So, on our next video, we'll discuss the mass to mole particle relationships. Okay?